Welcome team, it is I, VannKraken, to a Friday night World of Warships Legends stream. We are on early schedule again, trying to keep up this kind of before my dinner time stream, but it could be at any time of the day. Who knows? Things are crazy right now for me. I cannot warranty the quality of this stream or my gameplay today. So just putting that little disclaimer out ahead of time. We're hoping for the best. We have some things to accomplish. We are working on our endurance trials and weekly havoc, and we are also running our IGL missions, but I'll be honest with you, we can take a look at that in a while if time permits, but I bought the IGL missions more for the gold than worrying about getting the Kraken that's everyone is stressing out about at the end of the IGL mission set. So anywho, we're going to do our best to see what we can get accomplished on that, but getting 1,000 gold, I think it is, out of that mission chain is pretty damn cool. It's worth $1 million in-game credits to me to get free gold for credit. So that's what we are going to be focused on versus worrying too much about the Kraken. If the Kraken comes, hallelujah. If it doesn't, we'll make it work. Hey, Free Time, good to see you. My friend, it's kind of crazy right now. I'll just briefly detour by saying I'm VannKraken. Going on 6 years World of Warships PC player, though I haven't been playing that as much lately. I did get a few games in last weekend, which was new. Haven't been able to play that quite as much, even though they've got a big 6-year celebration going on with all kinds of free stuff. So I have too much going on to play everything I want to play. So been playing more Legends, keeping up on this Order and Discipline campaign. So I need to get back on the horse today because you can see I'm only on step 2 of the endurance trials on the Legend side. So we're going to try to make some serious progress. I have about an hour and a half to maybe a little over a 2-hour block of time. Well, more like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes tonight. And then hopefully I'll be back on tomorrow. It didn't work out last weekend. Things are really busy between work, soccer, family, free time. Things are going well. I can't complain. Good to see you, Ryan, and Matt Smith. Also good to see you too. So it's nothing that I can truly complain about, just some, sucky work stuff, which everyone deals with, unfortunately, and never seems to go away. It's whack-a-mole. But everyone at this point is healthy for the most part, except for my wife's best friend, who is still in the hospital with COVID and has been on oxygen for going on 2 weeks and hasn't been a great situation. So we're hoping that she doesn't take any concerted turn for the worst. So that's kind of an overhang on the family mood right now, and just craziness, just lots of running around, trying to balance work, trying to balance doing some YouTube, some Twitch, soccer. Soccer was a real bright spot last week for my team. We beat the team that has kind of a jerky coach, so I shouldn't be as happy to be a jerky adult as I am in soccer when I do, but it was sweet. A sweet 3-0 victory for my kids. We'd had basically 0 shots on goal given up to the other team, and we kicked butt. So soccer was great last weekend. Another game tomorrow. Got to work on some lineups and stuff tonight. So, hey, let's get started. Ryan says he's working on the Leon. Awesome. Hey, Monk, what's up? I keep looking for you on the when I do get on the leaderboard of the arena, but that arena ended, right? We're on a new arena, is that right? Tier 7, I believe. Matt says definitely going through a dry patch on the streaming. I've been, I have not done as much. So hey, and thanks for watching the background, or the catching up on the older ones, and playing in the background while that's going on, if that's what you're doing. I appreciate it. It lives forever on YouTube, right? Or until the servers blow up or it gets shut down, but I think that'll be a while. So if I didn't say it, Ryan's working on Leon. So that's a ship that I really like from PC, but it's been trolling me a bit on Legends. I can't seem to pull an excellent team when I'm playing Leon. I don't know about you guys. There's certain boats that are not bad boats. It's just they're jinxed. They're really jinxed. They have teams that always follow them that are not the best teams. And that's what's happened with Leon lately. Oh, Monk, you got on. I watched a little of the Legends Twitch stream today. Well, was it Twitch? I think it was on YouTube as well. Was that the Sailing Robins stream? Oh, ship or something? Hopefully you kicked butt. They won the first couple games that I watched them play. I didn't stick with that stream for too long. Had some work stuff to do. That's cool. And is it tier 7? Is that the dealio? Oh, I should have stayed where I was. It's another weekend sprint. I'm not seeing anybody I know on the upper group at this point, but I think it's just started today, right? So did get in for maybe one battle last time. I think it played one battle to grab the minimum rewards. Just been mainly focused on getting my missions for the Bagration taken care of. Yeah, Matt, I'm talking about Leon the battleship. I think that's what Ryan's talking about, not Leone the destroyer, which is the Leon battleship in my mind is a much more fun ship to play than the Leone destroyer, which you have to actually pay money for, which no one should have to pay money for in my mind. And then, to make it even more complicated, if you're on PC, there's the Lion as well, Lion, which is the tier 9 tech tree English battleship, which is actually a pretty dang good battleship. Monk says he would have and should have won, but it was a draw. Killed Hipper with Torch from your ZF6. ZF6 getting played more often. I think people are figuring that one out. Well, at least you drew. That's good. Monk is an excellent arena player. Excellent player overall. Far better than I. But we know stuff, right? We have some tips and tricks around here. Working on a video, hopefully to get out this weekend, starring the Paolo Emilio. Not necessarily YOLO Emilio. It's getting the job done without YOLOing, actually. Okay, I think I saw that we need to grab credits. So we're going to go triple credit boosters. We're going to try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone because I've got to knock out credits now on endurance, and I've got to try to get some work done on this Eagle mission. If you guys saw that, you have to buy it in the shop. You buy it for 1 million in-game credits. If you finish the whole mission set, you do get the Eagle, which is a destroyer I own on PC. Honestly, I've not played a ton. It's kind of a fat French destroyer that's not a stealth destroyer really, but kind of tanky for a destroyer, decent guns, decent gunboat destroyer, just not a stealth capping destroyer. And I would say a ship worth going for if you want to get a ship for 1 million credits, not 1 million gold. But what interested me more in the set of missions, again, was getting a bunch of gold. Almost enough gold to pay for your Admiralty backing for next time, which is kind of interesting, right? We have our first time where you can buy Admiralty backing and run a campaign set, and you can choose which ship you want among 2, which is going to be a Pan-Asian destroyer, the Lo Yang, which I own on PC, but haven't played a ton, which is basically a variant of the Benson. Dude, stay here. Don't run away. Stay here. Why don't you want to spot here? I'm going to request support. And then you can also get the Friesland, which is a higher tier ship than the Lo Yang on PC. Dutch, I want to say Dutch destroyer, gunboat destroyer, really good at setting fires and strong damage per minute. No torpedoes. So a true gunboat destroyer. Okay, so destroyer goes back behind the rock. Both our destroyers are behind the rock. Uh-oh, it's going to be one of those nights where they can't spot. Monk says, well played by the cruiser. So you guys had basically a duel, sounds like. Yeah, they did talk about that campaign in the stream today as well. So again, it's kind of this fork in the road. You can get both destroyers, but I think you have to pay Monk. There he goes, 17,500 doubloons for the ship that you don't want from the mission set. So I think it's pretty cool. I like giving people a choice. I won't be spending 17,500 doubloons for the second ship, but I'm not a DD main either. Lo Yang is a Benson that has hydroacoustic. So if you want a US destroyer, there's probably another one I'm forgetting. Like, I don't know if Kid or something has hydro, but you basically have a strong US destroyer with hydroacoustic as an option. And it's a cap monster. It's a really strong capping ship. Great for cap duels. You can pop your hydro. Yeah, we needed that buddy to be a little more flat to us. Let's wait for him to come through. Hope that the Dunkirk has not reloaded because we are going for citadels. But we need him. He's going to just hold position. We need him to show us a flatter broadside than that, probably, to get citadels on him. But the Emerald is behind him. Okay, we're going to manually switch to the Emerald. Don't kill the Emerald, please. We are risking... We're risking exposure to the battleship and to the cruiser. This is like completely doing stupid stuff to hit a mission goal, which everyone complains about people doing. I'm doing it! But we're racking up. We got 2 citadels. Come on. There's... Oh! 5 citadels! Come on! Didn't lead him enough. He's slowing down. Yes! 2 more! 7 of 10 citadels. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Emerald. Emerald's always good at delivering citadels when they're running broadside to you like that. So this is DeGrasse. You guys that follow the stream know this is one of my favorite ships in the game, hands down. Just versatile. Just jack of all trades. Has a great toolkit between long-range torpedoes, a plane, a speed boost, hydro. You can do DFAA, but I would suggest running hydro instead because she's a great little destroyer hunter. Can really ruin destroyer's day. I am running broadside to the New Mexico, which probably isn't super smart. But he's looking the other way. Okay. Decent fire starter, which you just saw. And not the world's greatest either HE or AP rounds, but in combination, good at both. Good at both, not great at either. And sneaky torpedoes. So watch, I'm going to sneaky torpedo the New Mexico. We'll see if he keeps running slowly. Let's switch off to the Dunkirk. And let's put 3 torps on him as well. These long-range torpedoes, they just kind of get forgotten about. They're better than Italian torpedoes in that the speed of these torpedoes is a lot better. Yeah, I know you're going to shoot at me, dude. I had to wiggle. We paid for it. I had to wiggle to get the torps off. We definitely took a risk there. Looks like our New Mexico is going to sit behind the island. Those are not going to hit. But these other, the second salvo of 3 has a chance, though he'll probably alter course because he's going to take some torpedoes here from the destroyer. I don't know. Will he turn into mine? I don't think he's going to be able to turn fast enough. Oh, we're going to get one. There we go. They're good damage, too. Good damage torpedoes. He's already burning. Be nice if we got a flood on his butt now, too. Especially since he just keeps shooting at us. He's dead. Ryan just needs his Kraken to finish his Eagle. So I know, dude, a lot of people have been doing it in like trying to do it in tier 3 because I think that's acceptable. So that might be an option for you. But like everyone's YOLOing right now, right? It's like everyone's YOLOing for Krakens. My luck, you have to get it last, right? I'm sure you can't get it ahead of time. I'll probably just get one like on the way to that mission step and not be able to get it later. So again, I decided if I buy this mission, I'll be just happy with the, I think it's 1,000 gold. Check me if I'm wrong. I'll be happy with that no matter what. It's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, dudes, we need to cap some bases here. Why are we not capping A? We've got so many ships around A and no one is capping it. New Mexico's headed away. Let's throw some DD or some torpedoes on the corner here just to see if the DD blunder into them. Saw the New Mexico shooting, so that's why we decided we could go ahead and fire. Oh my god, he's shooting at us? I swear his turrets were turned. I thought his turrets were turned over his shoulder. Good shot by him. That was stupid on my part. There are the only 2 ships left, so hopefully we'll grab a win. And with a good combination of damage, a kill. We didn't get a cap, but we got 2 cap resets. Oh, they killed the DD. Okay. Well, winning should be a foregone conclusion. So let's jump out. We've got to go for speed here. It's pretty much a speed run. 1,000 gold. So see, Ryan, I think that's a pretty good deal, man. If you can get 1,000 gold, again, basically after you pay your admiralty backing of 1,250, or sorry, 2,500, you usually get about 750 back. So you're looking at it paying up a bill of around 1,700, 1,750 gold. So that's over half your admiralty backing. So if you play some of the other dailies and pick up you know, some of the gold from the daily missions, basically can bank your Admiralty backing for free. So I like that. I like free campaigns. Because the value of the campaign is not just the ship that you get. It's all the boosters and commander items and free crates and stuff too. That stuff all adds up a lot. All right, let's... I think I saw we can do tier 3, which we haven't seemingly been able to do for a while. Is that right? Let's drop down. Let's go 5, 4, 3 maybe and see what happens. Yeah, there's Hunting Eagle. We just got 7 of our Citadels. Okay, Hunting Eagle can be done at tier 3, like we were saying. That's where people are getting their Krakens. And Endurance can be done at tier 3. This is pretty low. So we still need credits. We're not going to get 650,000 credits off that game, but we're going to do pretty well. Probably about 400,000. So let's do this. Let's do Farragut. Farragut can be a Citadel Hunter, but we are going to triple booster credits. Again, I've got 117 triple boosters, literally just from doing campaigns. All right. Bull Halsey, taking out Farragut. This is a fun ship. I did not know how to play DDs in the early days at all, and I've tried to, since I picked up Legends, become more skilled with DDs, and this is a fun ship. When you're first starting with DDs, you think it's all about having a big stealth torpedo window, and this one doesn't. Just like Paolo Emilio, basically my spotting range, my base detection range, and my torpedo range are about the same, but I'm getting used to that. And it doesn't matter so much when you have a gunboat, like a USDD or Paolo Emilio, if you have a big stealth torpedo window. Obviously, for the Japanese destroyers that have weaker guns, main battery guns, the stealth torpedo window is super helpful. But I'm not finding it to be nearly as much of an issue running the gunboat destroyers, which are really what I lean towards because I'm honestly more of a guns player than a torpedoes player. Only 2 destroyers. Another Farragut and a T-61. I think, whoops, check stats. We're 5.5 and 5.5. So I'm going to kind of sweep the edge of the B cap. I'm imagining one of the enemy DDs got lined up here as well. Iron Duke can wreck me with HE. I'm going to try to slow down and go butt in. Get skinny to the Kirov. People know I'm in the cap, right? I'm literally just focusing on capping right now. Though that Kirov would be a nice source of Citadels in my diet. There's only 2 cruisers. That's the bummer right now. This probably will not be our Citadel reaping mission fulfillment. Okay, I'm kind of surprised that there's no competing destroyer here. Okay. Capping is great for experience points and silver, especially when you're driving a destroyer. Well, in any ship. So we're going to grab that, and we are going to keep armor piercing loaded. See if we can cruise over to the side where that Kirov was. Their Texas is hurting already. See if we can go over here and get these guys spotted at. Where are their 2 DDs? One of them's an A. The Other one, I wouldn't be surprised if they're in my area. So we're going to have to be careful not getting spotted. And just getting completely rocked by this Iron Duke. We'll have to use smoke if we do get spotted. We're literally worried about just playing objectives right now. Not going for damage score. So we're just fulfilling spotting and capping at the moment. Kirov, don't go. Call for fire on the Iron Duke. Looks like their other destroyer is at sea since we see smoke, unless they have a smoke cruiser on their roster. Don't think so. Well, on the London, maybe. I'm not sure. Kirov is angling away, unfortunately. Alright. It's going to be hard to catch up with him and get broadside AP on him. I need to be close to Citadel him. Closer than I'm probably going to wind up being. Question is, do we just basically try to kamikaze this Duke? Oh. You know, let's do it this way. Spend a smoke. And let's go and try to light him up. He's already got a fire. Can we get a second fire going? We may just have to hit him with AP. We're able to use our smoke here because we know he's spotted by a teammate. Yeah, it's probably more fruitful right now to just hit him with armor piercing on the superstructure. Finish him off that way. We're down a ship, but we're up a cap. Up 2 caps. Or up 1 cap. Alright. Now who knows? Maybe we can get in close to these cruisers and get some citadels. Otherwise, we'll try to take this Tennessee surprise positioning while he is looking out at the action going on in the sea cap. Ryan says you only need a few more ships to have every ship up to tier 5 unlocked. Really? Across all the trees? That's cool, dude. Good work on that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Load armor piercing, you idiot! You total fool! No! Oh. Oh crap. Now the Tennessee can see me. Uh-oh. He's looking at me. Alright, let's wiggle. Got full health. He's gonna... Oh, he's looking away? Really? Okay. Oh, he's got a DD on each side. Instead of running to the front, we're going to... try to take him on this angle. Turn away from his guns. We waited on the second rocket torpedoes. Gonna evade. That's better. Our teammate didn't really hit him, and now he's on us. Oh, there's the London. Shoot, he's dead. Okay, let's try to time his shots as far as when to swerve. No use holding fire. He's so close to us. Oh, we got a DD lighting us up. Okay. T-61. Damn it. Did not notice him sneaking in on the other side. Team kind of cratered. Landed a couple torpedo hits. That was going to be a difficult comeback, especially since they have 2 destroyers. And we weren't able to get what we wanted out of that, which was Citadel hits. So we'll run one other tier 4. In Königsberg, which is an old favorite. Let's see how we did on our first game there with regard to credits. See if we should switch our booster around. Got the victory there. 288,000. So we still have quite a ways to go. So we're going to run triple booster again on Königsberg on credits. There's plenty, you know. All right, Königsberg. Red smokestacks of death, but in my colorblind settings, it's more like mustardy yellow smokestacks of death. That's the big change on my screen, is most of the reds are shifted to more of a yellowy color. I was not situationally aware in that last match. And good play by the T-61. When he saw me get spotted, when I started firing at the Kirov, he immediately flexed over from the side of the map he was on over to our location. So that was a heads-up play by him. But again, it was going to be a pretty heavy lift to come back from that at that point. Happy we at least got a couple torpedo hits in. Decent damage score. Got that initial cap. I think we had a side of the map that really pushed hard when they didn't need to. So we took those 2 caps early. You can kind of relax a little bit and just defend instead of push into really strong resistance and get wiped out. This is a perma camo. It's a really plain camo. It's just 2 colored smokestacks and the rest is the same. It's got to be a historical look. 2 Königsbergs in the game you're in. Ryan, I love this ship. It's one of my favorites. Like the de Grasse, it's an all-around cruiser. It has 6.5 kilometer torpedoes and multiple racks. It's got workable toolkit. I am like not paying attention. I am chatting and in a really crappy position right here. Showing broadside to this Frenchie and to the battleship. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, I think the battleship is behind that island at this point now. Not sure, what was it? An Orion has the gun loft to get over that island. Got another ship firing at us as well. It's relatively tanky. Shoot. We just switched our ammo type because we see Marblehead coming. They seem to be all turtling up behind that island, so I'm not going to fire at the Marblehead. I'm going to let him think he's going to get some easy shots in. Let him expose his broadside. Can we please take care of some citadels here? He's a little too angled. He's thinking the same thing, probably. He's going to angle in. Which is the right play, but we're showing broadside to get off torpedoes. Pretty much messed that up. We got a little bit too sporty with that turn.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser. All stations retreat.
There's the versatility. Marblehead's gonna kill us though. He's got a rate of fire that can take care of us. I have no support over here. Oh, that's a kamikaze. We made the play again to try to go for citadels and expose way more of our broadside than we would have normally done because we got greedy. It's actually a very odd 6-on-6 match, which I just noticed. We do have a 1-ship lead, 2-ship lead. That kamikaze could be a problem. They're never out of it until they're dead, which we know, but he's spotted and in kind of a bad position. We finally have teammates showing up, one of which is this destroyer who's way back. I didn't really check behind me to see how much focus fire support I had. I didn't realize it was basically nil with 3 ships coming around the corner. So, all right, onward and upward. We'll probably run one more credits related game here. And again, something else that maybe we can get some Citadel hits in. Let's do Pensacola. This time, we'll run a double booster. Not played Pensacola in a while. Pensacola, New Orleans, really good at Citadel farming. Obviously, you have to be careful. More careful than I just was. This is mission, weekly havoc, frantic, get mission steps completed, play. So let's just basically slow it down and play it like we should play it this match and let the Citadel chances come. I don't know about you, but when I go out and try to manufacture stuff, that's when I get in trouble. Free Time says he's Citadel with Königsberg frequently. That's why I like to run it, honestly, for Citadel missions. It's a good boat for them. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get any there. If the Marblehead had gone broadside to us, would have been easy Citadels, right? Because it's a Omaha class ship. Omaha is one of the easiest ships to Citadel. But when you've got a Marblehead player versus an Omaha player, you're playing against a premium ship owner, and generally you hope that a premium ship owner has played that ship more, maybe read a little bit about how to use it, and he knew to stay bow in on me. So he played that right. He also switched to armor piercing and got that one really good salvo off on me before I turned when I was shooting, wiggling butt to shoot torpedoes at him. Ryan's on Sleeping Giant. If you guys want me to do count-ins or anything, let me know. I'm just going to kind of play for speed. Just get as many games in as I can. Again, let's see if we can clean up the Citadel's situation here. Got more cruisers in this match.
All stations.
Atlanta. Galissoniere. Uh-oh, we're spotted. Okay. We know we're instant food. Wow, that Mutsu took something in the shorts. Come on, you got my rudder. You barely hit me and you got my rudder? Really? The ship is great at setting fires. It's got very solid alpha strike potential with both of its rounds, HE and AP. Switch to AP and see if we can get La Galissoniere. We're having to angle away just because we've got multiple battleships that are going for us. He's in the back. He may not... the slow turret issue. And he blinked out! Damn it! This Dallas is showing major broadside to the Duke of York, so they're targeting him. He's a lot closer than I am. And not much harder to Citadel. Atlanta's doing what Atlanta does and staying behind. Oh my gosh. You forget when you haven't played this for a while just how dreadful the turret rotation speed is. It's slow. So this ship really trains you to play British battleships. Some Japanese cruisers. Any of the lines that have really slow turret traverse. Optimally in a cruiser, I will be able to speak English at some point tonight. You don't want to outturn your turrets in any cruiser that you play. You want to be able to weave and duck, dip and dodge, and not have your turrets leave your target. So you have to learn to use to turn your hull, to turn your guns with a boat like this, or a British battleship. Warships was one of the first boats too that I learned on, with regard to using your hull to turn your turrets. And it's a great boat, but you do have to play it a little differently to get your guns around and on target in a timely fashion. It's really this line, or this ship, the British battleship line. Again, you'll see the same issue when you play the Japanese cruisers as well. Like for Ataka, Miyoko gets a little better in the higher tier cruisers. So I usually use the mod that speeds up turret rotation when I'm playing these ships. I'll forego one of the other choices and use the turret rotation mod. Still firing armor piercing, but I'm aiming up on the superstructure. We will switch to HE here, see if we can set the Duke of York on fire. We're still spotted by somebody's plane. Yep, I see him. We're gonna hit the mountain though. Okay, we broke detection. Let's try to sit. No, we can't sit. I'm not gonna stop fast enough. He's gonna see us. Okay. He's out. Ah, enemy Pensacola. Let's turn in the 2-ship lead. And hopefully 1 cap lead here soon. If we can get our guns around in time, we'd have shot on their Pensacola from very Citadel-like range. Good luck with that. So let's turn the hull. Get the front guns around. Turn the hull. Turn the hull. He's going to be dead before we can get there. This is using the hull to turn the guns. Don't die, dude. Oh. He wasn't on an angle flat side enough where we would probably Citadel him. Okay. A couple cruisers left, but they're way back. Double check my detection range. It's 11.2 kilometers. As long as I fire before the Florida cleared the mountain, I won't be spotted immediately, but there's planes here that are spotting me. Throw my fighter up just to give us a little more air cover besides our decent AA. It's an American cruiser. The higher you go in the tiers, the better your AA becomes. Florida's gonna totally want to shoot me now. Like, yeah. Tried turning. We'll see if I turn fast enough. Got lucky, he overpenned me. So if you overturn, you'll have to turn back the other way to get your turrets back on the damn target. Atlanta's going to be hard to Citadel from way out here. But we got some hits. We'll take it. Okay, we're headed in to combat these cruisers, of all 3 of them. Atlanta may be dead before we can shoot him again. Shuriatsu is on the corner. We did see him blink in. We'll have to be aware of him. He's probably going to shoot torpedoes right down this alley here. We have hydroacoustic. We'll use it if we need to. We already launched one rack of torpedoes there, though. Japanese destroyer has a total of 3, so keep that in mind. 1 extra than some of the other lines. Okay, look out. We're going to gamble giving up a little bit of damage to try to get a Citadel here on this guy. Lead him a little bit more. It's almost out the very last click on my crosshairs. Hey, there's one.
Enemy heavily damaged.
We love it. This is super heavy American armor-piercing rounds. Doing some work. Damn. Okay, let's pause here. DeGrasse is coming through. Oh, we don't slow down very fast in this boat. I want the DeGrasse to clear the island. And he's going to sit there. Legal's going to be dead, so let's try backing up and see if the DeGrasse gets impatient and pokes. I'm assuming this battleship is going to waste that French cruiser. Or, well, they're both French. Same class, if you didn't know that. DeGrasse and Legalissonier. Ah, you shot the wrong one, dude. I prefer DeGrasse. I just feel like the gun stats, the gun handling is better. You get a spotter plane. Just wait for the mountain icon to blink out so we know most of our shots are going to clear the edge of the island. He's going to turn out. Ugh, I think the North Carolina got both of those guys. The DeGrasse got impatient and poked the wrong way. I was hoping he'd poke out the front, not the back. All right, let's accelerate around and get into the ACAP. This game is well in hand. The destroyer that's alive is the Shuriatsu, so are we spotted? We're located. Oh, he's capping C. We have a points lead. We just need to turn some of these cap points. Ryan says, you know what your third tier 7 is going to be. What are you working on, my friend? What is it that you're lining up on? I've got a couple more that I can buy, but I need credits. I opened like 105 credits on the last, or 105 crates on the last stream. And I was kind of bummed. I did get 2 commanders, including Mordov, that I didn't have. No ships again. Still never gotten a free ship in Legends in 2 years from even one of the fancy event crates. So got a couple unique commanders, which is great, but I think I got like 10 million credits, which was fantastic. So I needed credits badly. We're going to reap some good XP. Not that we need XP on this ship. It's all unlocked and everything. Okay, what's wrong with this picture? We have armor piercing loaded. We need to switch to high explosive. I'm actually not sure if it's the carrier or the destroyer that was capping C. Honestly, it could be the carrier trying to confuse us by going over to our side of the map. Come on. Been losing connection with my Xbox on my computer here lately. There we go. Carrier's making a game of it. When we're up against a carrier, I like being in a cruiser like this that has some anti-aircraft capability. We still have 2 fighter consumables, so we're not super nimble, but nimble enough, hopefully, to turn into his planes. Oh, Richelieu. Okay, so Lyon is the one you said you were close on, so that's great. I think you're going to like Richelieu. I love the ship that's above Richelieu on PC called the Alsace, and I hope the Alsace comes as a legendary tier ship at some point. She's tier 9 on PC. And some people don't like her. She has a traditional setup with 2 turrets in front and 1 in the back. But I love her. Really good maneuverability. Has speed boost. Good secondaries. Excellent flanker overall. Okay, I think this DD, yeah, I thought it was over that direction. So I'm going to steer into it. We're going to use our... Go ahead and use our hydro. Our issue is getting those back turrets turned.
Torpedoes, direct front.
We might eat a torpedo here. Let's see. No, no, no. Okay, we know a little earlier he had launched his first rack of torpedoes, so he's reloading. Now we can lay the wood. Yeah. Oh no, he did have his 3rd rack available. Oh. Did he have 4? Is that against the laws of physics? Biff that shot. Okay, we're just kind of burning up his tailpipe now. I don't care if you set me on fire. Oh, the carrier took him. Damn. I had a damage control party that I could put a fire out with. That's just kind of textbook anti-destroyer playing a cruiser when you get around 5 kilometers away, which is, I think it's 4.5 kilometers on range on my hydroacoustic. It's just basically turn that on so you get early warning on torpedoes, steer straight into the broadside of his ship. So if he keeps turning broadside to you, just keep your nose pointed right in the middle of his broadside, because that's likely the angle that his torpedoes are launching from. And if you continue that turning arc, it usually will allow you to sidestep those 2 racks of torpedoes like we were able to do. All right, we got 1 Citadel. Hey, Tactic, how's it going? I'm pretty sure I was dead. Hey, the Matrix is coming back, dude. The Matrix is coming back, right? Is it on like HBO Max or something, though? I don't know if it's a theatrical release. I think there is a trailer. Is there a trailer for that? Yeah, thank you. Good to see you, Tactic. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're doing well. Saw you've been releasing more good videos. Keep up the good work on that. And hope you've been well. Life's been a little crazy around here. But my immediate family is happy, healthy, and sassy teenagers. So I can't complain too much. Could be worse. Much, much worse. Okay, let's just double check this. So I think we have 2 Citadels left on our Eagle mission. And for Havoc, we're on to base XP. So we don't need to worry about running boosters. It's not going to help to run a booster to get base XP. It is going to help you a little bit to run a premium ship. So let's keep running something we can knock out some Citadels on. I want to run another game in Königsberg because that game was trash. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. But we're going to take off. We don't need to use a booster. We're not going to earn that much credits. Really just going for XP. We'll go tier 4, 5, 6. Tactic says, was the world really ready? Or really made better by there being more than one Matrix movie? The second one was not too bad. There are 3, right? I'm thinking there's 3. Third one was really not very good. And just really fuzzy. I'm like, I just don't necessarily understand that whole old bearded guy character. I know he's like the central collective intelligence of the AI, something like that, but I didn't think that it ended well, and I agree with you. It was not nearly as good as the first one. First one was a classic. It's classic Keanu, too. Sometimes you should just leave well enough alone. All right, well, we didn't... Actually, we did get 3 cruisers. Probably low tier.
Action stations.
Yeah. So, we're going to have to be a little less YOLO than our last match. On trap, let's go support the C-cap. That's kind of... Well, actually, let's check that. We have both of our battleships here. Well, one of them's backing up. So... we're going to go ahead and support C. There's no cruiser at C, so there's only 1 destroyer, but if there's a destroyer that shows up, we'll be able to help our kamikaze and knife fight and or our battleships with our rate of fire. The architect, that was it. Ergo, did discount Ergo Donald Sutherland. That is so true. They ponied up for him in the Hunger Games for kind of a similar kind of character. I do remember the architect. It's been so long since I've seen the movie, and I didn't see the last one that many times. So if you have a 150 word or less synopsis of his role, it's welcome, but I know it's the end of the movie. Hey, and the T-22 did show up at our cap, so this is where any rounds we can land on him are going to be valuable to just aid our DD. We want to be a force multiplier for our DD, and there we go. 3 hits, some incapacitations. It's just going to give this kamikaze more chance of surviving a knife fight. He doesn't get taken out by torpedoes. Switch to the Julio. And we did see a Yahagi. Yahagi's not the easiest ship to Citadel. It can kind of be trolly with regard to getting Citadels. We only need 1. Yahagi seems like it should be really easy to Citadel, but I don't know why it's not. It's probably where the Citadel is. Might be a little bit submerged. Kamikaze's probably going to wind up killing him. It's his orientation. He's almost broadside to us. So to get around the corner and get him spotted. Spot him, Kamikaze. Let's put up our plane. Anything to get a spot on that dude. We have 6-kilometer torpedoes. Let's throw out some just in case the Julio comes that direction. Hits, but no joy. Julia, why are you firing HE at me, dude?
Critical engine damage.
There's the DD again. Okay. We're gonna fire at the DD with whatever is loaded. Checking I'm not gonna run into an island, which I often do in Legends. Rate of fire is good on this ship. Gotta actually select the proper ship. That helps a lot. Maybe we'll get him here. Okay. So hey, we fulfilled our role, which was basically to go to a cap that didn't have cruiser support in case the destroyer showed up there to help with our rate of fire on an enemy destroyer or to combat HE spamming cruisers, which we are.
Torpedoes, direct front.
So we did kind of what we initially set out to do.
Torpedoes, direct front.
It's nice when that works out. It's 2 ships to 2. The caps are going to be even here very shortly, so got to play this smart. Let's see if we can push into sea and find that Yahagi. So Tactic, if you're still there, are you excited about the destroyer choices for the new campaign? I wouldn't have guessed Friesland. Friesland, as described in some of the notable reviews on the PC side, is a skill ceiling of challenging. Well, a skill floor of challenging and a skill ceiling of more challenging, meaning you can, or it has a very high skill ceiling with regard to being able to deliver very good results if you can master the ship, but it's not the easiest ship to run. As far as the skill floor goes, you have to be a skilled gunboat destroyer captain, having no torpedoes to bail you out. Not excited about having to make a choice. Yeah, it's kind of pricey for the second option. Lo Yang is a really popular ship on PC, having Hydro and a USDD at that tier. So I think it's going to be a popular choice. But Friesland has its allure. It's just Friesland does not have, again, with having no torpedoes, it has good damage per minute statistics compared to other destroyers. Pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. But it is an amazingly good fire starter if it follows its PC routes. So that's where it really can dish out some additional damages with fires. Like that. Okay. Did Yahagi launch torpedoes here? That's the question.
Problem solved, sir.
We have Yahagi and a Kirov that we could Citadel both if they give us broadside. I don't want to go straight in on the corner because the Yahagi can torp the corner. Doesn't look like he torpedoed behind us. Yeah, it sounds like Swirsky is the choice on Friesland, which is kind of a bummer since a lot of people already have Swirsky. Thought they might do someone different. He's not gonna... Oh, you are? Come on. Fly true shells! He's a little bit at an angle. Probably aiming too high. Probably need to aim a little lower. There's the Kirov, though. Line shot. And then, yeah, there will be a different Pan-Asian commander that we haven't seen with a different base skill. So some people are saying in the chat today on the live stream that Sailing Robin and Tikon did that they would actually choose the ship based on the commander more so than the ship itself. So I could see some people doing that. Our other flank is fallen, guys, so if we charge straight into B, we're going to get focus fired and cross fired most likely. So I'm going to try to live long enough to see if one of these two guys will poke. Yahagi's going to wind up being bow into us.
Fighter returning to ship.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not a destroyer main, but if I had to guess right now what I'd choose, I'll probably choose the Lo Yang. I do enjoy the Benson when I play US destroyers. Okay, we know there's enemy ships at A that we don't see. Pushing through that cap area. Yahagi's gonna be dead. Not completely out of this, so got about half of our hit point pool to spend. Less than half. Oh, Aoba. Not easy for me to Citadel at this range. See if we can get closer to the Kirov. You want both because you play a lot of tier 7 destroyers. Yeah, I think it's what, 16,000 or 17,000 doubloons, which is kind of pricey for the second ship. Kirov's going to be the easier target for us to attempt a Citadel, so... let's take a risk. We're going to show broadside over here to this battleship, but we need one Citadel hit. Kirov turned away. Damn you, Kirov! We're not going to Citadel him on an angle from any distance. Our AP is going to be quite strong against same tier cruisers, but difficult on him. Okay, who's spotting us? Queen Elizabeth is spotting us. Try to go dark here. Okay, go dark just means break detection. We did that. And see if we can grab the cap. Just don't push straight into him, guys. You don't need to. I can get off one shot here without being detected. Well, there you go. Being a CC has its privileges. I think they'd want to give you one just for review and marketing purposes. Ask for special dispensation. Alright, we showed ourselves to get a couple more salvos off, and unfortunately didn't get a Citadel. We've managed to cap this cap, though, so that helps. Start playing back up, get on the move. No, maybe we'll hang. Maybe we'll hang and try to light up the Tennessee. Still being motivated by getting that mission step done. This is the better play right here. Just hang here and get some fire on the Tennessee until his teammates get around the back of the island here. Once these guys get behind us, we'll have to get on the move. Go a little more forward to get more shells over that low point on the island. Main battery range is 14 kilometers, so this guy over here, the Koenig, is not going to detect us yet. He has to get within 14 kilometers for him to see us when we're firing. Tennessee damage control partied, so we got a fire that will stick now. Can we get a second? He really wants to be seeing us right now. And if he sees us, we're dead, but for the time being, we're hidden. Damn HE spamming cruisers. Wait till the Friesland comes. It is a HE spammer deluxe. Oh shoot, there's the Aoba. Okay, we're gonna show our butt to the battleship. Aoba, you just need to yield me one Citadel. Come on. Japanese cruisers can be a little trolly armor-wise. Oh, there it is! Yes! Yes! Waterline. Had to aim just on the waterline. Oh! Ah!
Ouch, town population, you, bro!
Dude, that was awesome. Waterline was where it was at. Unfortunately, we have to escape out of the back of this cap or we're probably going to get detected. Yeah, we're dead. Oh, we're so dead. Well, that was fun while it lasted. But we're not dead yet. Pretty funny, huh? Free time. That made it totally worth it. We wound up with 4 citadels on that second salvo. I bet he was a little bit surprised. And he got to us right before the clock was out. We did everything we could. We wound up with 86k damage. That kill was sweet. We got our citadels. So I think Free Time was saying earlier about playing this ship, the Königsberg, for citadels. I just think it's a fun little all-rounder. It's a great ship to practice at tier 4 to just your general cruiser play. And again, I love the de Grasse at tier 5, similar all-arounder play style, where ammo switching matters from different ammo types, getting the ability to use torpedoes, using maneuverability. Königsberg has the 360-degree turrets on the back, which make it a really effective open water kiting ship, and high enough gun arcs where you can get behind terrain too. So you can really practice all the different cruiser techniques that you'd want to practice. Ugh. Yeah, this happened at our other cap and really hurt us. So mission-wise, first 100 gold. And endurance trials. Not bad. We got a third of our XP off a little boat. Let's jump up to tier 5. Let's play a battleship. Let's play something I don't normally play. I think, well, actually, you know what? We've played a lot of cruiser. Trento I just unlocked, so we could play Trento, but you have to watch me outfit that and everything, so let's not go there. Let's do Bayern. It's been a while. I love Bayern. Again, we don't need to load any boosters of any kind because we're just going for base XP. Oh, count-ins? Yeah. If you want to, is tier 5 okay? Ryan, are you full bore on tier 6? We could jump to tier 6. I don't have a problem with that. If you're working on Lyon and you want to grind Lyon. Are you working on Normandy? Okay. Maybe it was someone else or someone different saying they were working on Lyon. Okay, tier 5 then. Let's do tier 5. If you're gonna run Normandy, well, we won't necessarily be in the same game. If I knew we were and we're gonna be on the same team, I'd run a cruiser so we can kind of ham and egg it a little bit. But we'll go Bayern. So I'll do a 3, 2, 1, and then go. Give you a second to ready your ship. Actually, while you're doing that, let me just jump into the bureau super quick, and I just need to see if there's anything that needs to be reset. 5 out of 5 there. Hopefully you guys got your project started on the, what was it? I think it's Star Spangled Fleet campaign for Oklahoma. You have to get that started, I think, before the patch comes. Hopefully if it wasn't already. Is it Oklahoma tactic? Yeah, get that started. You don't have to finish it. You just have to get it started. And then it will stay stuck in your kind of available missions to choose from. Oklahoma's a fun little ship. She's just like kind of like a micro Kansas. She's really slow, but has great guns for her tier. And you can do some really lull dev striking of people. Okay, we're just crock-potting a couple campaigns there, so all right, back to counting in tier 5. You have an overly sentimental video about that ship. Is that a favorite of yours? I'll check it out. Okay, we're going to do 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll load in. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. She is also at Pearl Harbor, right? I want to say. So that's a ship that has some history, I believe. Some solid history. Hey, thank you for the follow. Dethice. Every follow, very, very much appreciated. So thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just working on line grinds tonight and basically more so doing endurance missions. I had to get kind of a concurrent thing going here with the overlap of the destroyer mission set for Eigel with endurance. Actually, I got to check and see what the second mission is on Eigel so we can maximize our time. Didn't do that. We'll check that after this game's over, hopefully. Okay, Oklahoma got you into naval history. Okay. Yeah, some boats definitely had a lot more tragedy and travails follow them than others. Not seeing you, Ryan. I got shards, and did not get the dreaded B spawn position. I play Bayern kind of mobile. I play my battleships a lot more like the cruiser player that I am, so I don't like to just sit on a rail and go forward and back. So I tend to use the maneuverability and speed if I have it in a battleship, and this boat can do that. So we're going to get on the move. And we are going to stay supporting the sea cap, but we may not necessarily just head straight into it and head away from it. We'll use some angles. Ryan got north. Yeah, we're working on our endurance missions for Weekly Havoc. Again, also working on the Eigel mission set, which I don't know if it's 2 weeks from when you activate it or if it's from now till the end of the patch. But if you haven't set that mission to go, you have to buy it in the shop for 1,000,000 credits, but you can turn 1,000,000 credits into 1,000 doubloons, even if you don't wind up getting a Kraken and getting the Eigel. So anytime I can make gold from credits, I'm gonna do it. Showed a little bit too much side there. Paid for it. We know the Queen Elizabeth is going to be firing at us next, so we're going to angle away from the Queen Elizabeth, wait for them to get behind cover, and now we're going to angle back in. I'm looking to the left and holding down my gun lock button to get my turrets rotating, so I can look to the right or to the left now and have my turrets rotating because I'm holding down my left bumper, which is the gun lock button. So you can see I'm looking to the right side of the ship, actually, and it was on the left that I pushed the button down, and my turrets are rotating to the left so that they'll be on the right side when I get in here to bow into the Queen Elizabeth. The right side, which is the left side. Sorry, confusing. Yeah, tactic. For me, if you can do over half of your Admiralty backing cost, which Admiralty backing is still a great deal no matter what. You know, for $6 to grind the campaigns with not a ton of play, they're not super taxing. The fact that you can do that for $6 over 5 weeks and get a ship that would cost over $50, maybe it's not your cup of tea, maybe it is, but that you can turn around and use to help in your next missions to knock those missions out quicker as a premium ship and earn more credits and stuff to help pay for your line grind ships. I just can't turn down the 1,000 doubloons for 1,000,000 credits. 1,000,000 credits sounds like a lot, but if you do the other thing I suggest, which is the holidays are coming up, buy premium time for a longer duration than a couple days or a week. Just buy the year if you play enough. It's like about $50 for the year. You'd spend $50 on just about any other title, right? So even if you don't spend any money on premium ships, you're gonna net gains on all the ships that you play from premium time. And when you play a premium ship that you win in a campaign or earn in the Bureau, it's gonna be a compounding effect. Okay, where is the Queen Elizabeth? Did he die to torps? He did, okay. DD took care of him. Been able to get some work done on the Tennessee, so we're just gonna bow in now while we're capping here.
Yes.
I think we only had one shell hit. German AP, not the strongest, but if you shoot the upper part of battleships, basically the upper belt, not the lower slung belt that protects the broadside where it meets the water, aim above to the upper belt and the superstructure, you can do good damage per salvo. Honestly, even though it's not super strong, prefer it over German HE, which has a pretty low fire chance and not the best alpha strike. So we're hitting between 8,000 and 11,000 on our salvos on superstructure hits. We're capping because for some reason our destroyer decided not to cap. So we left that for us, which is more experience points. Talking a little bit about that in the next YouTube video that I release, which is about just playing objectives, and that raw damage scores are not the only thing that matter, the be all end all when you're trying to get your missions done, get XP, get credits. Capping has a huge benefit to your experience point and silver score. And it doesn't have to be in a destroyer. Also, when you're playing around cap circles and you're shooting destroyers more predominantly, it doesn't seem like you're accumulating very much damage, so that might not be a big headline that you don't have a ton of damage in that game, but you get a big differential benefit on experience points for shooting destroyers. So your XP is calculated more as like a percentage of the ship's total XP pool that you're damaging, not, you know, 1,000 XP on a battleship is the same as 1,000 XP on a destroyer. You get a lot more credit for the same amount of damage on destroyer from an XP and credits perspective than you do on a bigger ship with a bigger XP pool. Let's get this ship into forward gear. Try to stay in main battery range of New Mexico. We're gonna have to turn our guns, so we're gonna lose our back turrets here. Kind of sat and didn't keep going around the corner because we could get a couple more salvos with all turrets on target. Now we'll push. It's closer, a lot closer than it should be. Well, it seems like we've lost the other flank again. Been pushed back behind A. Their destroyers look like they've had kind of a field day at A. It's a team game. You can win your cap, your flank. If your teammates don't do the same, may not be a great outcome. It's just do what you can do individually. Play as many objectives as you can play. In this case, we're going to get C. We're going to go try to take B next. Hopefully along the way, we're going to get the New Mexico out. Got to get my guns turning to the right side now. And at close range, my AP is going to become more effective. So I can go to more waterline aiming on this New Mexico when I get closer to him if he's showing me any broadside, which right now, he's going to come across my bow pretty well broadside. So we're just going to set up for that shot, which is going to be right here. And we have to be aware that we've got 2 destroyers on the enemy team to contend with. And we're in a hole. But Byron's actually a battleship that I don't mind fighting destroyers in. Yeah, free time. He's going after the CV, and he's, you know, robbing us of spotting and any pressure on these enemies while he's carrier hunting. And that's not valuable to the team. I actually would be better off if I had my turrets turned the other way right now. Gonna bow in between shots. I actually probably wanted to approach him the opposite vector, like this. I'm showing more broadside than I'd like to. But he's almost dead, so let's see if we can kill him off right here. As a destroyer player, you make choices, and when you decide to choose to go on a YOLO hunt for the enemy carrier, and it takes you out of a supporting role of spotting and being a DD threat for an extended period of time, it's really, really bad for your team. He hasn't even found the enemy carrier yet, and he's way over here. He doesn't have a lot of health left, but... so he's not even going to survive probably getting to the carrier anyhow. Let's load high explosive now. We're going to prepare for battling these destroyers. I've been on this heading. I'm going to have to change my heading as I approach the corner of this island, because if they've torped already, they're going to be torping the heading that I'm on. So I'm going to angle into this corner now in case they're sitting on the backside of this island and have launched torpedoes thinking that I wasn't going to change course. Well, he did manage to spot one of the enemy DDs, which is cool. He's way out there. But I'm being spotted, so there's probably one of the other enemy ships, either the cruiser or the other destroyers, in my neighborhood. I'm perma-spotted, and I can't see who's spotting me right now, so it's most likely the enemy destroyer. There he is. Hello, Nevny. I like my odds with him bow into me. Not good with my main battery shots there. But he's going to get the full extent of my broadside secondary fire, and I'm just going to turn away right now. I know he's launching torpedoes right now. And I'm going to hit the brakes.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Which is going to really improve my turning angle. So he was very predictable with regard to pretty easy to determine when he was firing torpedoes.
Torpedoes to starboard.
And we'll take a couple aerial torpedoes, but we know their damage is much less than that of the destroyer. Byron has decent AA, not the world's greatest. Let's go ahead and use a repair party. What kind of cruiser is that?
The ship is on fire.
Ah, fire starter. We're going to hold on to our damage control party until we have a second fire on us. See, if I had a DD that was more worried about team play and stayed with me, we'd actually have a little bit of spotting right now.
Critical engine damage.
Okay, let's get for one shot on the Miyoko with HE. Quickly switch over to AP. Again, I'm just going to hold on using my damage control. Miyoko's giving me broadside. Come on, guns, reload! Yeah, I know. I know you do. Okay, with two fires, we're going to have to... He's going to hit the island. Oh, my. That seemed like forever to reload our main battery guns there. Ah, aimed a little bit, beat off of where I wanted to. Just aimed a little further behind him. These AP bombs really hurt Russian battleships, or sorry, they hurt all battleships pretty well, but German battleships especially. Ah! We had a very good chance to delete that Miyoko. That was just a bad shot. His smoke was going straight above his stack, so I thought he was sitting still. But as soon as I shot, it started blowing towards the bow, meaning he was already initiating backing up. So I was a little slow on reading that. I should have anticipated he was going to start moving backwards. But it wouldn't have made any difference with our health being drained a bit. And so let's just look from a... Come on, Xbox. Keep losing the connection. I play my Xbox on my PC. I don't know why it's doing this. Let's close this and reopen. Sometimes that helps. But against a German aircraft carrier, that was going to be difficult. If I understand the mechanics correctly, the German battleships have wooden decks that are very susceptible to AP bombs. Come on. Alright, we might have to try closing and reopening the console companion app, guys. Hang on. When I said at the beginning this stream wasn't under warranty, that's what I mean. My computer's been really grouchy lately. When Windows 10 is updating, it's been breaking a lot of the links with my streaming software, my microphone, and my camera. Maybe telling me that I have to quit. I probably only have about one more game left. Anywho, but let's see. Uh-oh, I got a message from someone trolling me. So yeah, that was a Wesser. So that was going to be tough, sustaining those AP bombs, which he had loaded up for us once he realized we were about the only target left to go after. But a good finish for our ship. Let's see what we did on missions. We wound up with 66 ribbons. Okay, so that you can play pretty much any ship, though obviously something like a fast-firing cruiser, like Atlanta, anything that lands a lot of main battery hits, something like that's going to be great at getting ribbons faster. So I'll probably go to a cruiser here for what will probably be our last game. Endurance trials, we're over halfway on our XP target, which is excellent. Okay. So let's finish this on something with a decent rate of fire. How about... Ooh, could do Belfast, we could do Fiji. Let's do Belfast, because we'll get a little more experience points to put towards that XP, base XP goal. Alrighty. We're leaving a double booster on credits and global XP, just so we can boost our bank balance and our global XP balance. I don't think I'm playing for Stalingrad. Not at this point. I haven't seen enough about it or researched enough about it. I know it from the PC side of the world, but I don't know enough about how she's performing. And I'm not a legendary tier fan, so I probably will not be investing 2 million free XP, global XP as we call it on Legends, on Stalingrad anytime soon. Tactic has probably played Stalingrad. Not worth it in the current meta, that's what I would think. There's not enough cruisers in tier 7/legendary tier games, especially when you're a legendary tier cruiser, to balance out matchmaking in a way that I think a ship like that can perform at its best. Has good AP rounds, and it can be citadeled through the bow by battleships, though. So when you're going cruiser versus cruiser, it's going to have a big advantage as more cruisers make it into legendary tier. But right now, you're only facing a Worcester, an Alaska. It's going to have a broader variety of cruiser food items to perform at its best, in my opinion. It's going to be a status ship for quite a while. Not a fun ship to play. I've played very little tier 7, or sorry, legendary tier. I play a decent amount tier 7. Don't enjoy legendary tier that much just because I don't think the balance is awesome.
Battle starts.
It will probably get there over time as they introduce more ships, but the way they've compressed the tiers too also has a bearing on how that tier balances. When you've got ships from tier 10 to tier 8 being compressed into a legendary tier, it makes things unpredictable. Yes, Ryan, I've followed War Thunder for a long time. I'm kicking around the idea of playing it at some point. I was a huge World of Tanks nut in the beginning. That's how I got into World of Warships. I've even played World of Warplanes, but I've never played War Thunder. So I'm thinking at some point, kicking around, it seems to be improving. I know they have a naval mode that people are claiming has also been invested in and is getting better. So we'll see. At some point, might try it out. You like it personally? More people I hear that like it, the more I'll likely try it. Tactic says 2/3 of legendary battleships don't care about your decently good armor in Stalingrad. There's 2 that can't damage you unless you do something silly. Against destroyers, yeah, you have a big old fat turning circle, which is kind of endemic to the Russian cruisers in general. I didn't mention we have a new Russian cruiser line coming, which will basically terminate at tier 7 in the Riga, which goes to Petropavlovsk on PC. So they're not going to have the Petro at this point, but which is a very well-regarded cruiser. Very popular in competition events. But the Riga, I think, is relatively strong. The Talon will be tier 6. The Talon is challenging to play. I think a lot of people who don't like the thought of the Piotr Bagration are not going to like the Talon either. Same guns, same 180 millimeter guns, though if it follows the rules of PC, the SAW stats, little things that can be tweaked on the guns, even when they're the same gun caliber, on the same mount even, called the same thing, they perform slightly differently. So the guns of the Talon don't perform exactly the same way as the Piotr Bagration on PC. Just like they're scaled differently for their tiers because those same guns are on Kirov and on Molotov. And then lastly, there's another ship called the Dmitry Donskoy that is a tier 9 above the Chapayev on PC that we don't have on Legends. It also has the same 180 millimeter Russian heavy cruiser guns. They're called heavy cruiser, but they're almost a step between typical heavy and light cruiser guns. All right, we're going to come in and try to support the cap now. We just wanted to see what was going to shape up here before we cut this corner and got deleted. We are squishy. Hey, Wood Hippie, good to see you. I'm probably leaning towards Lo Yang as well, personally. I do have Lo Yang on PC. I don't have the Friesland on PC. We are going to smoke up. We're not going to take chances.
Smoke generator started.
If you like the Benson, you're going to like the Lo Yang, and it has one less turret if it's configured the same way, but you get Hydro. So it is really, really good at caps, at capping. It's a very strong ship from that perspective on PC, so I can see quite a few people probably preferring Lo Yang just because of their experience with Benson, but it's a different ship because the class is the same, but again, having that Hydro really opens up a completely different role, or more self-assured role in caps. So again, I'm not a destroyer main, so the funny thing is, like, the very first higher tier ship I ever got out of a crate on PC when I bought crates for like the Santa event, the holiday crates, was Lo Yang. Remember it specifically. Only took it out in the mode against bots. Are the equivalent of AI mode for quite a long time. Because I wasn't a good destroyer player. I just hadn't played destroyers. Not a confident destroyer player. And on top of that, I did not want to get into tier 8 matches where I was up against a bunch of radar cruisers. Okay, so our guys that committed to the right-hand side got so far out there. Wasn't able to support them easily, and obviously they showed a lot of broadside to the ships, including the Bismarck, and got deleted quickly. So great. Surrey's not spotting us. I think we have 9.9 kilometer protection. I'm going to kite the Surrey. I'm going to fire and turn away. Just angle away. Their AP is not fantabulous. I can probably bounce a good portion of it. He got me pretty good. He's a tier higher than me. Wait. No, he's not. Same tier. I probably made it easier for him to get a better shot on me by angling, actually. Our team is completely melted, I just noticed. Hey, Fatal, what's up? Good to see you. So yes, Lo Yang is probably what it's going to be at for me, would it be? Tactic says, your German friends don't understand why the Friesland would be a good ship for potatoes. It's going to be a tough ship to play well, I think. Especially in, you know, being a high tier boat. No torpedoes to bail you out. It's going to be, I think it's got very good maneuverability if I've read the PC reviews and remember them properly. And again, stellar fire starting capability, overall good damage per minute, but it just doesn't have a ton of guns. I'm gonna get shellacked here. Turn away. Let's see if we can citadel him. Two can play that game. He has bigger caliber guns than me. We have a higher rate of fire. This is an amazing ship when you have support. It's difficult to play when you're getting focused, just given how squishy we are. So what have you been up to, Fatal? How's it going? Good on PC? Are you doing a lot of the 6th anniversary events? Let's just go ahead and use... I'm going to use my smoke just to separate. I'm not going to be able to use it offensively because my friends are so far away. No one's really going to be able to spot for me. So let's just set a smoke screen where we can break detection. Get a little further away from the cruiser harassment. Yeah, Wood Hippie. Akazuki is a good choice at tier 7 for that. Though I will say Friesland has a little higher... I know it has higher damage from fire setting capability than Akazuki. And I think their DPM is relatively similar. Calculated DPM anyway. But Akazuki is a strong boat if you want to destroy our gunboat. Hey, we got a fire on you, Surrey. Yeah, we're just being harassed. Oh my gosh, they're all dead already? Crazy. Let's see how long we can. We're a crossfire now. We have to show broadside to somebody. That's not a good place to be. We have enemies converging from 3 points of the compass. Let's see if we can buff our damage total a tiny bit. Maybe one more hit on the Georgia. And then we'll look at the Atlanta, but we're probably going to get killed by the Atlanta here. Oh god, there's another one! There's another ship! Oh my... Damage control!
The ship is on fire.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, we got the Atlanta. You can't kill me. Yes, you can. Funny, funny. Pixel Mug, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in on the YouTube side. Let's see. Trash can. Yeah, Tashkent is a good tier 7 gunboat. The Russian DDs are definitely good at that. Oh, you've opened 50 containers. So what they're doing on the PC side is there's multiple levels of everyday container. You can choose containers that yield you different type of boosts, flags they call them, or signals on the PC side. Either economic, like credits oriented, or XP oriented, or performance of your ship oriented. And then they have something called the super container, and the super container has a chance to drop doubloons or free XP or a ship potentially. So every game that you get at least, I think, 250 or 300 base XP on in the PC side right now with this event going on, if it's ships over a certain tier, I think it's tier 10s, you get a super container. So some people have a ton of, I have a lot of tier 10s on PC, and you can get a super container for literally every game you play in those boats and then open all your super containers. So I should be jumping over there and doing some games. I've gotten into playing a new game for me called MechWarrior Online, so been doing a little bit more of that lately. Oh, Pixel, thank you for asking. We played the Jerky Coach, which I may have said last week, with our team, and we dominated them. We had probably 10 shots on goal in the first half, but did not score. But we had the ball in their half almost the entire half. And then after halftime, we scored 2 quick goals and then picked up a third, 1-3-0, yielded really no good shots on goal for the other team the entire game, and had possession probably 70% of the time. So it was awesome. It was awesome. Another game tomorrow, but it's almost a friendly. It's versus another team from our own club, own age division. So tomorrow will be a lot more relaxed. Would Hippie need to figure out how to submit a damage record to Discord? Yeah, the Kiev record. Yeah, you can do Discord on the World of Warships Tactics here. Tactic Angels here is a CC on the World of Warships Legends Discord. And then also there's World of Warships Builds, which is a third-party website, which is a really cool website that I supported with a little cash, because I use it for a lot of stuff when I'm making YouTube videos. Let me see if I can. I'm probably not going to be able to hook back up to my Xbox, but this might be it, because I gotta make dinner. But let's dial up this one website, which also does records tracking. It's wowsbuilds.com. And it's a great website. They've done a really good job organizing it. The guy who runs the site, why am I blanking on their name? Tactic will know it. But he does competitions, so on certain boats. And then for each of the ships, it's really cool. I think you said Kiev, right? I can't see my chat right now. But you basically just send him a screenshot. Well, look, no damage record set. So you can basically, there's a form to submit a record. Papa Nicholas, I think, is helping with this too. There's actually a kind of calculator to give you a rating, see how you're doing, your performance, which needs some work and iteration. But it's a very good start. This site's great. You can click in on individual ships. It's called World of Warships Builds. You can check out all the ships and commander statistics. Nice, clean listing, similar to the World of Warships PC wiki of all the base performance statistics of different ships. And then you can submit builds for the different ships. So if you want to know a commander build, or you want to know what modules people are using, you can see all of that here listed under these different things. So Chili, maybe Chili Games. Yeah, Chili Games, another CC. So very cool stuff. And it gives you a detailed breakdown of all of the things they're running. These individuals have submitted this build, the commanders, the inspirations, what mods they're running. Awesome site if you're not using it. And again, you can submit damage records here. And I think there's more people starting to go here, maybe than the Discord. So let me jump back to here. Oops, I lost my chat window somehow. Here we go. So, Father Mundy, that's it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so Discord just seems a little more hit and miss to submit. So, I would go ahead and try to submit it to World of Warships builds. World of Warships Legends builds. And since there's no record there yet, I think you'll have it, my friend. Hey, Moist, good to see you as well. Thanks for joining in. I actually just got a post-it note from my daughter that people are leaving for dinner, so I'm going to bug out. But, hey, I just want to thank everyone. Tactic, haven't seen you for a while. Free Time, thanks for coming by again. Wood Hippie for dropping by. Lewis, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, World of Warships Builds website is awesome. So guys, check that out if you haven't. Again, if you're a newer player, it's a great resource for setting up your ships and your commanders. Highly recommend it. And then again, submit those damage records, or they have these competitions where you can play a certain boat in a given time frame and they're giving away, I think, free ships and gold and stuff like that. So a very good deal. Moist, I'm ending right now, but I'm going to very much try to stream tomorrow. Last week I couldn't. So I will try to stream probably a little later tomorrow, a little more towards my normal time, probably starting around 9 p.m. Mountain Time. So yeah, Pixel and Matt Smith, thank you for joining on the YouTube side. I have to jam, but again, very much appreciated. Also the follow, it's a ways back. D-Thice or D-Thels. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. It's very much appreciated. If you haven't yet, check out my YouTube site. I have quite a bit of content I'm building out there. Something else I'll release this weekend on Palo Emilio, and that is VannKrakenGaming.com. So, VannKraken Gaming at YouTube. So, thank you so much, you guys. Have an awesome night. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. If I don't, have an amazing weekend. Thank you for stopping by the stream. And I'm VannKraken, and I am out.